to another virtual spring open house. Today we are with Mike Stricklet and our precision machining program. Mike, tell us a little bit about you.
I'm a fun guy. I've been with the school now for about 3 or 4 years now, and I'm putting on the CNC PMT program. We go through machining, so we cover everything from bridge ports to lathes to CNC equipment, CNC mills, CNC lathes, swirl presses. We cover some of the hand tools and stuff of that nature, but really when it comes to me, I've been in the field since I was right out of high school. I got into MTD products, doing manufacturing. I was an apprentice there. I served my apprenticeship and got a journeyman's card. And from there, we were really the technology center. So we did rapid prototyping development. So that's kind of really where I strive at.
So you have a lot of great experiences, but you didn't get there all in one day. You had to start at the beginning.
That's right.
So this class is kind of that start at the beginning point. So kind of walk us through, what do they learn here?
We go through, again, basic mathematics. A lot of people have been out of school for a long time. That's something that they shy away from. At least with the manufacturing program that we have here, machining has a lot of math in it. We have to use hand tools, we have to use tape measures and scales and rulers and micrometers and calipers and stuff of that nature, everything that for our measurement devices. We also cover blueprint reading. So in order to make stuff, you have to be able to read a blueprint. So you'll be working with engineering groups, being able to interpret a print. Again, that's for geometric dimensioning and tolerancing, and then simple dimensions from go to point A to point B in order to make something from start to finish. Outside of that, once you do the blueprint reading, the mathematics, we go through a little bit of theory. We kind of go through what these tools are, how they were created, why they were created, and how we got to where we are today, just for the history and that foundation portion of it. After that, we go through safety. It's a big part of this because it is a dangerous field. We'll go through how to work safely with this equipment, again, to keep your digits and go home the way you came in. Once you go through that safety portion, you'll get your OSHA 10, which is great for employers. They like seeing that. You'll get certified. You'll have a little card to say that you went through a safety program. We'll then take you into the shop where you start out on the manual lathes. Afterwards, we'll kind of segue over into the bridge ports over on my right here. The bridge ports is really for square materials, whereas the lathes that we worked on more so for round pieces and hex stock. And it's not always constrained to that, but for the most part, lathes are associated with round parts, mills are associated with square parts. On the mills, we'll kind of start setting up some square stock. We'll teach you guys how to tram in the head of the machine. Again, you'll build off of everything that you've learned over on the lathe, so that's kind of where you start off. You'll learn your micrometer colors and stuff about backlash, and how to make pieces accurate and within tolerance, and that's really the name of the game when it comes to machining. After we run through all of the stuff on the bridge port, it's at that point we kind of go back into the classroom and we start really kind of hunkering down, covering CNC code. So again, that's G&M coding, that's Mastercam, which is a CAM/CAD software, and all that is to power the CNC equipment. Once we get into the classroom, you start G&M coding. Again, it's like a coding format, so a lot of times people reference it, it looks like the matrix code. So you'll have X and Y coordinates, Z coordinates, you'll have planes that you'll have to write in there, and then certain codes will trigger certain functions. So rather than going left to right by turning a hand wheel, instead you're going to say, I want to go X, maybe 10 inches, or Y, 3 inches to get to a position. Again, this is all seamless motion with these pieces of equipment.
Your program's 400 hours long. Mm-hmm. It takes, you're not here every day, so it allows people that have jobs and families kind of a slower pace to get through all of that.
That's right, and that's one of the things that I really want to say. With this program, we try very, very hard to make this more hands-on. So a lot of the stuff, you're not going to, some of it's a book, but you're not going to get everything out of a book. Where you're going to learn it at is getting your hands dirty on the floor. So the book is just to kind of augment that experience, but for the most part, you are on the floor the majority of the time working through these parts and projects, working with me. Usually they're smaller classes, so you have more one-on-one time with me as the instructor to go through these projects and learn and develop. So
the big question we always get during admissions is, tell me about jobs. Am I going to make good money? Are there jobs out there? I hear that manufacturing is dying and everything's being replaced by robots, so why would I want to learn this skill?
Right. So, yeah, manufacturing has receded in recent years. But now that we have different administrations in place and all that good stuff, we're trying to bring manufacturing back. And what they're finding is that they can't find people to do this skill anymore. Most of the facilities now, the older people, are now retiring, and now there's a huge deficit for people to know this information because it's such a skilled trade to get back into the field. So there's jobs aplenty. You open up a paper or going into LinkedIn or going into Indeed and just search CNC programmers or CNC operators or anything like that, and you'll find countless job offerings everywhere. And again, once you're in this program, you'll exit here having a good foundation to get into those entry-level positions.
Let's talk certification. They don't leave here just with a skill. They leave here with a certification to show employers, hey, not only did I do the training, but I learned something. Mm-hmm. What is that?
You'll have your OSHA 10 card, you'll have your NIM certification, and then you'll also have a mold track certification for mold repair. And again, that's off-site. You'll go through how to take down an injection mold, take all the pieces out of it, clean that up. There's laser welding involved, and again, take it all apart, service it, and then put it all back together again to kind of get it back functioning. So.